Hi. What you doing? Yeah, what you doing? Hey, here I come. Dr. Driscoll busting bits, and today I have the top 100 RPGs of all time, as told by Game Informer. Yeah, fuck Game Informer first and foremost, okay? Like, I know everyone's entitled to their opinion and everyone has their idea of what their top game is of all time, but Game Informer does not know shit, and most big video game companies don't know shit anyway. So point being is me and my homie, we did this over a span of like 4 days. We recorded quite a bit of footage. However, we used the PS4. That kind of messed up a lot of the stuff. Like there's chunks where, you know, we couldn't talk about. However, some of the stuff we covered, but it was just there's too many games we didn't know.
Yeah, it's Pillars of Eternity. I don't know anything about it, honestly.
Nah, me neither.
Xenogears.
Hold on, let me make sure. Let me look it up. Make sure I'm talking about the right thing.
Alrighty.
Yep, never played this one.
What about Tactics Ogre?
I have never heard of that.
I don't know much about it either. What about Bastion?
That got a lot of praise. Again, never played it, so I can't tell exactly how much of a good RPG it is.
Yeah. Valkyria Chronicles.
Okay. Have not played it.
So thanks Game Informer for informing us about the games we didn't know. However, fuck Game Informer for trying to make whatever their top 100 is. I know this is a really long video, so bear with me. We're skipping games quite a bit just because we're trying to find a game that we can focus and talk about the topic at hand. That is really hard to do. Yeah, enjoy us skipping around, showing you what we do know out of these games and just some of the games that we played personally. Just fucking enjoy it.
100. 89. Tales of Symphonia.
That is... Tales makes a lot of... They're pretty good at making RPGs. That is, I think, one of their best ones.
Mm-hmm.
That deserves to be on this list. I don't know if it deserves to be in that spot on this list.
Where would you put it?
I would put it closer to the 50s.
In the 50s. Okay. I played it. It just didn't pull me in as much as it should have. Maybe I'm missing the point. However, I will say that I do like its battle style. The whole running up and attacking and then dodging this and that and third. That's cool. I just don't like how they do the, like, your first fight is basically like a tough battle. You know what I mean? Like most other games just ease you into it. This game just like it Dark Souls you, just drops you into it. It's like, all right, do it. And this is kind of one of those games that you really shouldn't do that to.
I particularly liked it because it's the first game that I played where you could run around in the story, and there would be you could chat with your teammates.
Yeah.
And you could miss out on those chats. Now that's a very to increase like affection and whatever to get better.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, RPG based game.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I feel like it deserves to be higher on the list.
Yeah, I got you.
Closer to the number one spot.
Yeah.
Get away from my pizza.
Yeah, it like I said, it just didn't do anything like that special for me. All right, the next one anyway is Radia Stories.
Radia Stories.
Yeah.
That's a great game, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god. You just kill me? No, you're not gonna kill me. Anyways, goddamn. Freaking. So that's a game where you walk around collecting party members that you can fight with.
Yeah.
You got everything that there is to do about RPG. That's that game. You got your love interest. You can, when you change your your equipment, like your weapons and your outfits, it actually shows it in battle and
I do appreciate that.
yes. It has a great story, and even after you beat the game, there's like a few bosses after the story. Either way, you can collect different. There's like, I think 130 different characters that you can have on your party. Not on your party, but you can switch out. I'm talking. Anyways, it's a great game. It's got a nice story to it. I personally think it deserves to be closer to the 50 or 40 mark. But
Yeah.
it might be a game that not a lot of people have played, because I don't hear a lot of people talking about it.
Yeah, I got you. What about Vagrant's story?
What is that?
It came out for the PS1 long ago, like when GamePro was still around.
Okay,
Yeah.
Vagrant Story. Yeah, I have played this game. Has an interesting, like Parasite Eve type way of attacking people
Yeah.
or fighting. Do not remember the story at all, but I think it's one of those. He killed one of my family members or something like that. I think that's what it's like.
Okay.
Either way, I've played it. I didn't particularly like it, so I stopped playing it. And I got pretty much nothing else to say about that. I didn't really get too deep into it.
Gotcha. Horizon Zero Dawn, 84.
I do not believe that game deserves to be on this list.
At all.
At all.
Damn.
Not saying it's a bad game. I'm just saying, Far Cry 3 did it first.
Ooh, nice. That is, I guess that's understandable.
Yeah, the game is great. It's challenging. It's got a good story. But I think that there are better RPGs out there.
I got you. I love the art and the aesthetics of it, like the whole machine shit. That's pretty dope. I thought that was pretty nice. However, like you said, to me it feels more like action than actual RPG. So yeah, I agree. I don't think it needs to be on the list at all.
I would switch it out with Darkstone.
So you think Darkstone actually belongs on here?
I would switch it out with Darkstone. I would switch this game out with Darkstone.
You know what's funny? Because when I went over this, I was like, hey man, there's no Darkstone in here. You know, it's not a shit game. It's just, you know, it definitely does. It's just not probably one of those games that belongs in the top. So it definitely still needs to be in here. Darkstone does.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. Xenoblade Chronicles. Now, go ahead.
That deserves to be on this list. But
I don't know. Wait, hold on. Hold on. I gotta intervene here because this is the newer one, right? The 20. Yeah, it is 2012. You play that one?
No, I know of it. I know a lot of people who played it.
Yeah.
Everybody's like got their dicks hard for it. It's good. I've seen it. It is what an RPG is, I guess.
What do we got? Odin Sphere.
I've heard of it. Oh god. I've played it. It's a pretty good dungeon crawl. Okay.
Yeah. I played Odin Sphere. I have the new one, the latest one that just came out, and it's actually a really cool game. Like, remember Dragon's Crown?
Yep.
Yeah, obviously it came before that, and like Dragon's Crown was obviously heavily inspired by this game, and it is the perfect game for like to kind of take that theme that kind of take the aesthetics, the artwork, you know what I mean? It was really good. Odin Spirit obviously is OG, and it feels good. I like it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, RPG beat 'em up is kind of what I would place this, but it is what it is. I like it. Dragon's Dogma at 79. You know how I feel about the game.
Yeah, it was a great game. Freaking, I'd never beat it because I think it broke or somebody stole it or something like that.
Yeah.
And then at that point in time, I didn't feel like going back to the completed, but I did want to because it is a pretty good game. It has a lot of RPG aspects in it.
Yeah, it's all RPG, bro.
It's RPG and then yelling. That's what that game is.
And then yelling. Yeah, you know how I feel about it. I played the fuck out of this game. I beat it over at least 6-7 times. Yeah, yeah, you bitch. The game is super dope. There's it's obviously like I said, it's like Monster Hunter, since that game's more apt for it, mixed kind of with Dark Souls, and then it has like that element of like discovery. It has a lot of that in it, because I still have not beaten all the missions in it that aren't on the boards, and I'm still looking for. And when I was looking for them, I found one where you just have to stand near a group of people talking about killing a witch in the woods, and that activates a whole new mission in a whole new area that I've never been to before. Like, and that was like my 6th playthrough. So yeah, that game was really cool just because of all the cool stuff in it. And then the storyline was kind of iffy because of the whole like god kind of esque thing going on. You know, but but it was still good.
Great part was the fact that you could get like other people's characters on your team from like online.
Oh yeah, the pawn. Yeah, and those actually helped quite a bit. A lot of them knew about some monsters your character didn't know about, so obviously that helped you learn about it. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I think that, like, when it comes to community, instead of putting a message down, be like, hey, treasure's ahead, and you just roll off the fucking side of a cliff, this was like the best way to give another person information by giving them your pawn, giving them your pawn that knew the information. That was pretty dope. So I actually think this game belongs in like the top 30, just because of just because it's a newer game with a little bit more than what it needed, and then it was already complete. You didn't need DLC and stuff for it, despite that the DLC came out and just added like, you know, super turned up hard dungeon mode. 70 is Undertale.
Everybody, Undertale has won a bunch of awards and everything.
Player 1, frame 7.
It's a great game. Great game. I personally believe that it's too unique to categorize as a RPG.
Gotcha.
But yeah, you level up and everything. But
Player 1,
you can choose whether to fight or not fight, and you do choose to fight. It's not your traditional RPG where it's turn-based. It's more along the lines of a bullet hell.
Gotcha.
So I think it's too unique to categorize it as like an RPG.
Yeah. Little topic we were talking about in the game that we're playing right now, Divinity. Anthony, what do you say on it, real quick?
You're fucking the worst teammate ever.
Okay, and I will have to disagree because I saved us several times. Just saying. So.
Yeah, but you also fucking killed us several times too.
I did though. I did. Ah, boy. Yeah. So, that's that. 67 is Path of Exile. What do you think about that?
Path of Exile, MMO.
Yeah.
So, it has one of the hugest goddamn level up skill trees, and it's a good game. Surprised that it's an MMO, but I guess it's an RPG. So yeah.
Yeah.
As far as it being on this list, I don't think it needs to be this high on the list.
Yeah.
As far as like being close to number 1.
I got you. XCOM Enemy Unknown.
XCOM is a good game. It's a strategy, turn-based. You level up in it, so I guess it's an RPG because you can change out your equipment and stuff like that. But I see it more as a strategy, turn-based, thinking game than to do an RPG. But it's pretty good. It's got an okay story. Again, I don't feel it needs to be that close to like the halfway point. I feel like it should be more towards 80s or 90s. Or it's still a good game though.
Gotcha. Darkest Dungeon, number 64.
That's the tough game where it's all RNG. and luck, and you gotta make sure that you know what you're doing in that game. Otherwise, you're just gonna die over and over and over. And it's not one of those games where you can come back. It's you die, you gotta restart the whole game
Yeah, I got you.
because you ran out of people. It's a good game. As far as RPG, it's more of a dungeon crawler with the difficulty at maximum. But yeah, people do like the game, so I would put it on this list.
Okay. Think the position of it is alright?
It's hard to say because it's a lot of people like it. I personally do not like it because I suck at those kind of games.
Yeah.
but it's one of those. It's not really so much about the story; it's more about the game.
Baldur's Gate.
I personally think Baldur's Gate 2 is better, but I guess this one, it's one of those. I think it was one of the very first digital versions of D&D that got like really popular, really fast, and then everybody just loved it. So it's D&D. It deserves to be on here.
The Witcher 2.
Okay. So The Witcher, the first game is probably not on this list because it has a shitty fight mechanic. Witcher 2 fixed that, and it had a better story, better graphics, better sex scenes. That's why people like it. It's pretty good as an RPG.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised that's on this list. Number 3, I think, is also on this list.
Yeah, it is.
And yeah, I would put it around where it's at in this list.
In the 60s.
Probably in the 50s, but yeah, it looks good right where it is.
All right. 59 Chrono Cross.
I don't know what that is exactly.
It's the successor to Chrono Trigger.
Oh. I played them, but I never really finished that game.
What, Chrono Trigger or Chrono Cross?
Yeah, Chrono Trigger.
Okay.
No, it was pretty good. It was a Game Boy game, right?
Chrono Trigger? No, I mean, I think they probably ported it to Game Boy, but it was on Super Nintendo.
Oh, okay.
Next, we got Dragon Age Inquisition.
That deserves to be on this list. I would even go so far as to bring it closer to the 30s.
Gotcha.
That is a good game. It had a good story. You could Dragon Age Inquisition. Hold on, give me a second.
All right.
I gotta make sure I know this is the right Dragon Age I'm talking about. Okay, no. I would bring it back down the list.
Okay.
The very first Dragon Age Origins.
Yeah.
I feel like it's up, which I actually see it up on the list, actually. Dragon Age Inquisition's a good game. I feel like Dragon Age Origins is better, and I guess whoever made this list does too. I don't think you need both of them on here. You just need the one.
Yeah, I got you.
It's a game where you have like a party of like, I don't know, like 8 different people. If you don't fuck it up,
Yeah.
you can choose which one of them like you. You can get into a romance with any of them. It gets pretty weird at the end, being in a romance with the enemy, and it looked weird, the sex scenes.
Yeah. 54, Grandia 2.
I've always wanted to play Grandia,
Yeah.
but my mom was being a bitch. She wouldn't buy it for me. That's all I got to say about it. It's like pretty much Art the Lad kind of bullshit. It's good.
You already know me. I told you multiple times about Grandia 2. The battles are pretty cool because they're not stationary. Like they're, you can move to actually get out of a way of an attack, but not like you have to do the command. So you can't just like move freely. Kind of like Tales, how you move freely, but not that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I wanted to make sure I clarified that. So it was cool. I like the little animations they had for each attack. Like that was like super cool. The story's kind of weird. Or actually, it's more cliche if anything. Like a deity is coming. He's gonna like destroy everything, and then I guess he put his pieces in all the different types of people, and they're like this type of thing of him, like the tongue of him and the fucking eyes of him. I'm like, whatever. So yeah. But either way,
some of that shit was in Final Fantasy VII as well.
Yeah. See, so it was like I said, it's a pretty good game. It's very entertaining. I like the whole fight mechanic of it. So yeah, but yeah, it's nothing super special. So yeah, about the 50s is where I would have put it. Star Ocean: The Second Story.
Oh man, I love Star Ocean.
Yeah.
Freaking number 2, I think everybody says is the best one, just for the story. I personally like I think it's the 3rd one, the one that they made for PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
It's called Till the End of Time.
Yeah.
Either way, Star Ocean's a great game. They both basically have the same storyline. Not really, but the basic concept is you go out, or something happens on your home planet. You're an alien, or you're created in a lab or something like that. And you have to go out to a planet to figure out, because somebody's killing your family members or something like that.
Yeah.
Your planet's destroyed, something along the lines. You're in space, you're going through different planets trying to figure out how to live life and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The game has it's one of those things where you choose which party members you want to take with you, and oh my god, these bombs. Oh, what the hell? Jeez. What I like about the game is the fact that there's so much unnecessary information in it. such as you go into a random person's house, you read a bookshelf that it does not give you the prompt that you can read it. You just like click on it, and you figure out why the castle looks the way that it does in like the next town over.
Huh.
Yeah, it's got a lot of fucking detail in it.
I got you.
If they made the pictures like a little bit bigger and you're able to see them, it'll tell you like the history about that picture. You go into a room, there's like this random thing on the floor. It'll tell you like why it's built in that sort of way and stuff.
Yeah.
It's a lot of detail.
You gotta love that though. You gotta love when they put that much detail into it.
Yeah.
Because, you know,
Nobody-
shit. No one does that no more. No one.
What are we doing in this mission?
I don't know. You can check. I was wondering the same thing.
Wipe out the threat in the area.
Oh, well. Oh, okay. I think I'm in the area. Okay. All right. We're both going to enjoy this. Number 52, Elder Scrolls Oblivion.
Yeah, what the fuck?
What's up?
This enemy spawned inside of me. What is this bullshit? Possibly one of the best. I feel like it deserves to be in the 20s.
Yeah. Most def.
I don't think it deserves to be where it is right now. I had so much fun playing that.
Yeah.
All the different factions. I have one complaint, but it's not really anybody's fault. And it's the fact that it doesn't matter where I played the game, Xbox, computer, wherever.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whose I played it on. Whenever I became a fucking vampire, there was this glitch that made it to where you could not turn back to a human or whatever the fuck you were.
Yeah.
And I was stuck being a vampire the entire game. And nobody else had this glitch but me. And like other random people online.
Yeah.
It was fucking bullshit.
Huh. That's so weird. Because I
Every time I played the game.
I had the exact opposite. Where one time I loaded it up and I just wasn't a vampire anymore. Yeah, that was weird. But yeah, I agree right there with you. I'm gonna even put it at 10, like in a top 10. I definitely had a blast with it. When I put the Shivering Owls on the PS3, dude, I was like the first thing I played. I finally bought it again and then played that, and I was thoroughly satisfied with it.
And Oblivion's a good game.
Yeah, very good.
It's one of those, you find a random book on the ground in the middle of a fucking dungeon, and then all of a sudden, hey, you got its quest, and then you gotta fucking go across the map just to beat somebody's ass.
True that. Or you look at something, or you hear something from like a distance, and they're like, "Hey, did you hear about this?" And it's like, "Hey, now you can talk to people about this."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the different what is it called? The quests, the side missions, the unique ones, the like trying to help people with their skooma addiction.
Oh yeah, that.
Those missions are great.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, number 50, Pokemon Gold and Silver.
How we need to go up here? Pokemon Gold and Silver.
Yeah.
Okay, so Pokemon's great.
Yes, it is.
Pokemon Gold and Silver were very good games.
Yes.
And sure, they deserve to be on this list. At least one Pokemon deserves to be on this list, and I think that game should be yellow.
Why yellow?
Because up until recently, you could not have any other Pokemon follow you.
That's true, but I don't think that has anything to do with like the integrity of the game as a whole. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I like all the Pokemon games. I just feel like yellow should be the better one.
Yeah, I got you.
Because you could get all 3 starters and Pikachu
Yeah.
without having to fucking
Trade.
yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know you can get all 3 starters. I really didn't know that.
Really?
Yeah. That's serious.
That was like the thing that made yellow.
Huh. What? That's not what you get if you combine blue and fucking red. You get purple. Persona 3, 48.
Never played Persona? I'm gonna leave that to you.
I do not care for Persona 3. I don't really care for it. Like, I watched my girl play it. My girl loves Persona. I watched her play it. That one's like all through our high school years. I just don't care. It just, nothing about it said like, this is pretty good. It's just, standard turn-based combat with a little extra something to it. That's all it really is. That's weird. 47, Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, why? After it got like, I think a few companies gave it a 10 out of 10 or something like that.
Yeah, see, and I hate that. But I mean, everyone was anticipating it, but did it live up to your expectations?
Get the fuck. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Good job, Anthony.
Okay, so what?
Breath of the Wild, yeah.
Breath of the Wild. It's a great game. You can do all the things. I think it deserves to be right where it's at on this list.
Yeah.
And it deserves a spot on this list just because. Wait a minute. Okay, let me not die here. It's not. Legend of Zelda is not some game that you can level up, but you can level up other things, such as like how many bombs you can carry and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's not really a level up kind of thing, but as far as an RPG, you can have different types of like clothing and armor, like one that helps you go through the snow, one that helps you run faster through in the desert.
Yeah.
One that helps you swim better.
Yeah.
And the clothing comes in like 3 different pieces, and then you can have different types of shields and swords.
Yeah.
And bows. The thing that makes it great, why it deserves to be on this list, is you can go straight from the beginning to the end boss without having to fight anything else.
Huh.
You're probably not gonna make it, but you can go fight the bosses in any order that you want, because that's how they made the game.
Yeah.
I see The Legend of Zelda as more of an adventure game than I do an RPG, but this one made it, like with all the different like equipable things, it made it into more of an RPG type game.
Okay. Pretty sure we're gonna have a lot to say about 46, Demon Souls.
Okay. So this game, I love this game.
Mm-hmm.
Did we beat the mission?
Yeah, we did. I got it. Yeah.
Okay, this mission, or not, this game. I love Demon Souls.
Yeah.
I do not think it deserves to be on this list.
Why is that?
When it first came out, absolutely 0 people heard about it for at least 2 years.
Let's get claw.
Nobody fucking heard about this game. It had like 1 commercial on TV.
Yeah.
Oh shit, we're on a timer. And on top of that, it was a game that was picked up by a different company after being failed to be to be made or whatever.
Yeah.
So it had a lot of problems.
Okay.
And it was the game that started the whole Demon Souls series and stuff. So that's why people love it so much.
Yeah.
The game had a lot of problems. It had a lot of it was like extremely difficult.
Yeah.
It had a lot of unnecessary, overcomplicated things.
Yeah.
Like if you get online and then somebody kills somebody that they're not supposed to, that would affect your world and bullshit.
Yeah, I got
It's
it.
fucking complicated.
Yeah,
You couldn't get all the items unless you were offline or you knew what the fuck you were doing
Yeah.
with a goddamn strategy guide or something. But either way, I don't think it deserves to be on this list solely for the fact that people only heard about it after Dark Souls came out.
Yeah. Well, that's what it said. It was initially considered a failure, and I don't know. It still deserves some praise to it, because I mean, you know, there's those games that like no one ever heard of or played, but still like it influenced this type of gaming. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like it's the fact that it didn't get any recognition and it had like a lot of problems.
Yeah, I don't know
And
about.
if you were to put it on this list, I would put it more closer to the end of the list, not towards towards the number 1 spot.
Yeah. Okay, I got you. Here you go. You might remember this one. 41 Xeno Saga.
Hold on.
All right, which Xeno is it? I know.
Which one? Okay, yes, this one. Fuck this game.
Why, Anthony?
Just because I had so much trouble. Oh fuck. With the game.
I got you.
It's another one of those games that's like Star Ocean, Phantom Blade. Is that what that bullshit's called?
Yeah, I don't fucking know. I don't play Star Ocean.
No, it's like Fantasy Stars or some bullshit.
Oh,
It's not
Fantasy
Ocean,
Star.
Like,
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. It's like something happened. You run into aliens, robots. You gotta get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
They're all the same type of game, you know.
Yeah, I got you.
This game in particular, it has such an awkward fucking combat system
Yeah.
that it just like made me mad
Got you.
because I got stuck in this one area and I wasn't able to get out. Oh, fuck you.
Thank you. You got C4.
No.
Bravo, Zulu.
What's that C4?
No, I needed help.
Anyways, this one episode it came in episodes. I think there were 3 or 4 in total.
Yeah.
I think there were 3. And I bought the whole thing. I was super excited. I bought the whole thing.
Yeah.
And it was like I got stuck on this one game. It's pretty good. I don't know if it deserves to be on this list, and definitely not as far as it is right here.
Yeah.
But it was pretty good. It had a lot to offer.
Gotcha.
But fuck the combat.
Alright. What about Fallout 39?
I particularly did not like Fallout until number 3,
Gotcha.
just because of that really old style like computer stuff.
Yeah.
so I don't know the story. I know the gameplay.
Yeah.
I don't know the story to it too well, but I know that it from what I played, it's like all the other Fallout games and Elder Scrolls games.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
But
no.
the first one, I don't know if the first one. I would personally choose number 3.
Yeah. Well, I was about to say the first one isn't like the Elder Scrolls, because Elder Scrolls was still FPS, RPG, but yeah, this one was Fallout was it was a tactical game.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and then me personally, I did play it. The storyline is really stupid, and the fucking gameplay is even harder. Is hard as shit. Like you won't make it out very far. I mean I gotta give homage to the game, so yeah, I guess it does belong there. But at the same time, it is like I said, the storyline is you gotta leave the vault to go get water. and that's at which point I'm like, okay, so what? I mean, you're in a fucking vault and somehow you ran out of water? It's literally coming in from the outside, getting purified into your vault and shit. And I don't know. I felt a little biased on it, like using a little logic, because the game uses logic, you know. Like, come on. So yeah, that kind of pissed me off about it. Like, you could have came up with something else. But yeah, it was ridiculously hard. It had VATS. Like, VATS was the whole basically you just click on his leg and make sure they couldn't chase you as you ran away. That's all it really was. But yeah, it deserves to be at least right where it is. System Shock 2.
That is the game that was before, like, it. What am I trying to say here? Inspired games like BioShock and BioShock.
Yeah.
It inspired a bunch of games.
Yeah. like the FPS shooter style RPGs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It had a lot of stuff. It was difficult. It's not for babies. Where's this goddamn C4? System Shock, I feel that deserves to be here.
Okay. Number 37, Diablo 3.
Diablo 3.
3, yeah.
I feel like number 2 was better. But Diablo 3 is I'll take that as well. What is that? What is that? I'll take that as well. Dungeon Crawler Madness. Yeah, put it there.
Okay. 36, Fallout New Vegas.
Fallout New Vegas, like I said, you just don't need all these different types of games. You just need like one from each genre. Because I already see like 3 different Final Fantasies.
Yeah, I know, right? Vegas, I'm right there with you. I didn't like it at all, really. So I don't think it should have been on this list at all. I still played it, but the whole, I shot the in-game boss for the Legions. I shot him in the face with a mini nuke, and it did nothing. Let me tell you how I had to beat that guy.
How?
The same way he has moves to beat you. I had to like lay down a bunch of mines, shoot a mini nuke at him, and then which still didn't help. But yeah, he seen the mini nuke, fucking got blasted by that, and then ran on the mines and fucking blew up on those, because I think they were nuke mines. Yeah. I think I don't. Were nuke mines in that game? Either way, I used a bunch of mines to kill. I used a bunch of traps because it was impossible to kill this guy going toe to toe with him. So fuck that game. Like if I should like that game has yes, it's an RPG, and yes, you can do more damage if you have you know, like better weapons, better upgraded stuff, but like it's still mostly like kind of like a sensible RPG FPS. Like I shoot a ghoul in the head, no matter if it's a glowing or not, with a shotgun, it does mass damage. If I shoot him with a mini nuke, it's pretty much a wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how I felt about it. I did not like 35 Final Fantasy X.
Okay, so whether it deserves to be on this list, whether it deserves to be in that spot, people would argue that it should be closer to the #1 spot. I think it deserves to be right where it is because sometimes in that game, if you didn't fucking if you didn't grind, you would be stuck somewhere grinding one monster at a time, going all the way back to replenish your health, and then going back out to grind one monster at a time.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've ever, like I said, the only Final Fantasy I've ever beaten was 9. And 10, it was really cool. I did like it, the whole Blitzball and all that, and I like the characters. Everyone loves Aaron. Like it was a pretty cool game. I don't remember the whole grinding part thing. I just know what's up?
It was one of those games where it's like you have to grind after you beat a boss. Because the next boss is gonna be like 10 level. You need to be like at least 5 level higher than you were previously, and then the very last boss, Sin, it's one of those bosses where everybody had to either grind 20 levels to beat them, and then use all of their fucking like healing items, or use cheats like most people did.
Yeah, like most people did.
Yeah, like most people did.
Jeez, you like 34 is Phantasy Star 4.
Okay, I have played one Phantasy Star. I think it was for the GameCube. Do not remember what the fuck that was about. I know that there's like 9 of these things, and
yeah, this one.
I don't know what that. I guess this one has a good story, but as an RPG, pretty much like Final Fantasy or Star Ocean, it's a space thing, and it's like it's good. As
Yeah,
an RPG.
I got you.
Oh fuck!
You're about to fight the
What'd I do?
Doomsday plane. I want to
No!
fight it. I want to fight it. Oh, where is it? Oh!
This is bullshit. Why don't you heal?
33 is Final Fantasy, the first one, believe it or not.
The first one.
The first one.
The first one. The
Very
Warriors of
first
Light.
one. Like the Japanese first one.
The Warriors of Light. You got 4 people in your party. No more. Fuck. Nothing was complicated back then.
Yeah.
Save the world. Fucking kill the god. Chaos.
Yeah.
Oh shit, he's coming. I'm gonna die.
Yeah, same probably here.
Good game. Good story. Had a lot of oh, he left.
Yeah.
Had a lot of stuff to it.
Yeah. 20,
You
20,
died twice.
28. I'ma keep going. Super Mario RPG, Legend of the 7 Stars.
Super Mario RPG is great. It had a lot of good stuff in there.
Gotcha. Oop. This is a good gun. I don't care what you say.
I'm gonna buy an adrenaline shot.
I don't have regular pins. That's weird. Yeah, I have nothing to say about it.
It's a good game.
Yeah, yeah. Like,
It's a good game.
yeah, I believe you. A lot of people say, you know, it's a good game. A lot of people love it. 27, Earthbound.
Great game. Despite it being old, it still holds up. They re-released it for the 3DS. I've been replaying it.
Yeah.
And it's still pretty good.
Gotcha. What is it? 26, Dragon Age Origins.
Again, I think that this one's better than Inquisition.
Yeah.
It had a better storyline. You can customize your character, and then in the second game, you fight that customized character.
Yeah.
Where is this boss?
Thought he's up here, ain't he?
That might be. It's a great game.
Gotcha,
Pretty
gotcha.
much everything I said about Inquisition, but better.
24, Dark Souls.
Dark Souls
Dark
definitely
Souls.
deserves to be on here. I would put it right where it's at. It's great. It is great.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say. Everybody should know what the fuck it is. If you don't, fuck you.
Yeah. Everyone's
Play it,
copying. Everyone's
cry to your
copying.
grandma.
Fuck. To say that. Fucking
Oh,
hell.
shit. Yeah, the Surge is not that bad for a copy.
Well, you know what you know what the Surge who was created by?
Who?
The people who did Kings Lost, what is it, Fallen Lords or something like that?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know that until I did the research when I was doing that busting bits. 22 is EverQuest. I've never heard of it.
EverQuest. EverQuest. A lot of people would put EverQuest as number 1.
Really now?
Yes, it is that good.
I mean,
It is so old.
yeah.
It is older than a lot of games. Older than World of Warcraft, I think.
Yeah.
But it is the game that defined MMORPG.
Oh. 21, Elder Scrolls 3. This is Morrowind.
Morrowind, yeah.
Yeah.
I played Morrowind. Fucking oh shit! Goddamn cheating boss ass motherfucker. Ran out of healing. Where are you, Driscoll?
I'm in the infirmary.
Get out the infirmary.
Let's
Oh
see.
fuck! I
Good.
die.
Good job, Anthony.
He's doing that bullshit.
Nah, it's pretty easy. He flew away. How do you fly away if your plane was flopping?
Anyways, what the fuck are we talking about?
We're talking about God, jeez, Anthony. Elder Scrolls Morrowind.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a good game. I would honestly put Oblivion, but as better than it.
Yeah.
But it's a good game. You can't argue with that.
Yeah. And see, and that's what I was like. Once it comes to things like that, like I said, you have to go older. And honestly, like I've never played it, but I would obviously believe it's a good game. You know, it helped create a, you know, Oblivion. So yeah, that's what I say to that.
Hey!
Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! So many explosions!
Oh God! I got epilepsy.
Number 19's Persona 5.
What? Really?
Yep. And if you don't mind, I'll go ahead and take this one. I watched Shamari play, and out of all the Personas, like I said, the only one I liked other than this one is, like I said, the Hitler one. But you know, that's just me. This one is really cool. It is when you talk about 3D turn-based games and all you can do in it, this game does so much more by allowing you to like do little in battle decision making things, and like they have like events, but not like quick time event. They have like okay, so like the one I seen her do was like there's a painting boss or whatever, and I guess he uses paint and it does something. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to all that. But they say, hey, you know, we can use his paint against him or whatever. Let's try that, and that should weaken him. And then you can send one of your party members to, like, you know, do the job. Go, you know, hide in the bushes and wait until this certain time until you can get the paint and then throw it on him. You know, you could choose to do that. You could say no. You know, the paint might make him stronger or something like that. It was pretty cool, like how, you know, they allowed you to do that. Then they also do like, huh?
You even know where you're going?
I do not. Are we fighting a boss again?
Yeah.
All right. Well, he's only in 2 spots. So, oh, I remember these. You get one, I get one. But yeah, it is really good just because of the decision things you can do. I don't care about the outside stuff. I'm pretty sure Shamari thoroughly enjoys that, but I don't care. Yeah, Final Fantasy VII is what we got next. I mean, do we really need to talk about this?
Yeah.
What? I mean, do you have concerns or?
Nah, you just need to know which Final Fantasy really is better. Because I see up there, number 2 is number 6.
Well, I mean, but those are the older ones, and I guess, I mean, when you're talking about which one is better, yeah, I guess that is the conversation, but everyone loves Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, Final Fantasy VII, it did everything right. Great story, great music, great bad guy.
Yeah.
Fucking. No, we don't really need to talk about it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, like I said, where it is in its place is a little weird to me, but it's not like I disagree. All right, Pokemon Red and Blue.
Okay, Pokemon is good. Why? Pokemon's already on here.
Yeah, it was Gold and Silver though.
Yeah, so Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow are all the same game, except that Yellow, you can get all 3 starters and Pikachu that follows you.
Yeah.
Why isn't it just Pokemon Yellow? And I honestly think that Pokemon Fire, Red, and Leaf Green were better than Pokemon Red and Blue.
Yeah.
But whatever.
I got you.
I don't really think it deserves to be there.
Gotcha.
But they're still good games.
Yeah. Number 14, Deus Ex.
Referring to the
First one.
yeah, the first one. Very good game. When it first came out, there was nothing like it. Choose paths, choose whether to hack or go full on attack and whatever.
Yeah.
A lot of choices. It deserves to be on this list, but I'm not sure if it deserves to be in that spot. Not a lot of people have played the original. But I guess it's there because it like revolutionized it, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, we're going down. 12, Fallout 3. I absolutely enjoy it. I love it. It took the franchise to a whole new level. Everyone loves Fallout 3. Yeah. I mean, I can't really say any much more than that. It's just, it does deserve to be. I thought it maybe probably 20s, just because, like I said, newer games really don't need to be in this kind of thing, but it's still really good. It's still really great. So number 11's Bloodborne. What do you think about that?
I think, bitch, that Bloodborne does not need to be that far down the list.
Yep, agreed. 10 is Final Fantasy Tactics.
I love Final Fantasy Tactics. I think it absolutely deserves to be in the top 10.
Yeah, most def.
You can do so much in that game. You can change jobs. You can recruit all kinds of monsters and stuff.
Yeah.
It has a great story.
Yes, it does. Different from any other Final Fantasy, you know. I mean, you're still
it
killing a
stands
god,
out.
but you know.
Yeah. Summer class is by far the best.
Of course. I like the Lancer though.
Oh yeah. Freaking. It stands out from all the other tactics games.
Mm-hmm.
Or just strategic games, I should say.
Mm-hmm. 9, Baldur's Gate 2.
I sing the body electric.
Like I said before, Baldur's Gate is awesome. Baldur's Gate 2 is better.
Gotcha.
And if you haven't played it, you're missing out.
Number 7, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
Petrified.
Yeah.
Yeah, Star Wars. Great game. I don't know if I'd put it in the top 10, but great game.
Yeah. Knights of the Old Republic, I got to play a little bit of it. I think it needs to be where it is. Just because of one, the franchise, obviously everyone loves Star Wars. And it's you can do so much in it, choose so many paths. You can be, you know, like the Han Solo, you can be the bounty hunter, you can be the, you know, Jedi Knight or the Sith Lord, you know, and I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah. That's why I think it's more so the franchise that put it up here. But fuck, I don't care. This was before Disney bought it, so you know. Yeah. And then number 1, obviously, Skyrim.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Great game. I don't think it needs to be number 1.
Not even close. Not saying it was a bad game, but I'm just saying like it. How is the game number 1 when you first released it with, you know, like all these bugs and problems and shit? 1, 2, what's so special about it than any other, you know, sandbox RPG? I can identify this, right? Yes, I can. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, put any other game in the first spot but Skyrim.
Yeah, there you go.
I will take EverQuest. I will take Final Fantasy Tactics. I'll take Fallout.
Yeah.
Any other game, I don't think Skyrim deserves to be up there at all.
Yeah.
Oblivion, I feel like was better than Skyrim.
Most def. I'm right there with you.
I hope you enjoyed this edition of Bustin' Bits. I know you see my fat baby. Believe it or not, she's a twin. Ain't you, baby? Ain't you, Jeff? Yes, you is. I hope you enjoyed this. This is Bustin' Bits. Busting the bits of everybody with a stupid ass opinion that new game should be number 1. They actually have in one of the books where someone praised them, saying that their list was awesome. I hope that person hung himself. I hope he was like, hey, my life is so shitty. Your game, this list was awesome. And just threw the noose up and hung themselves. That's what they need to do. Fuck that. This list was stupid. Fuck that.
My knowledge, my dick, my pride.
Wait, hold
everything.
on. Nah, hold on. You're not gonna run past that like you didn't just say that.